Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of On the Mic with Mike. I'm your host, Mike Larkin, and joining me tonight, she is adult star, model, adult entertainer, content creator, Miss Sofia Zaragoza. How are you, Sofia?
Very good, thank you.
You are so welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. For those who have not checked out Sofia's work, she's been doing the damn thing all on Twitter, many vids, goodness gracious, OnlyFans. You have been putting out a plethora of content. You've been doing a lot of great work recently.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I really put all my heart and my soul for all my project, and I really like what I do. So yes, I'm super excited.
I think that's what's great about it. I think a lot of people can take this away from all content creators and people that work as far as adult entertainment goes. I think what we also do love about it as us for the consumers, we really do enjoy not only the gravitational pull and the evoking emotions of the listening reactions, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. But I think you can confirm with me, Sophia, the art form that is the adult entertainment industry and the art that we really get to put out there for the people, right?
Yes.
And
I
I want to
love it
actually
what I do. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, and I want to touch upon that first. My apologies for cutting you off, but let's talk about the art form here because how awesome is it to see? Because we mentioned OnlyFans and many vids and so many different platforms for the people out there. For you, how awesome is that to see? Because with the evolution of the adult entertainment industry, we've really gone from websites, movies, and what we saw back in the 80s, 90s, the 2000s to the mids. But how awesome is that for you to see how much content creation has really evolved?
Oh yes, it's that's very important because long in the past there was a different dynamic to was porn. I'm very fan of porn in general. I really like to watch, and it's something that I'm enjoy. But obviously, I noticed that they changed in these years, and now it's more independent people that before that was just a few kind of production and a few celebrities. Now I feel like people try to get in touch more with independent creators like me.
I like your style and how you worded that because see, this one over here brought up the celebrity side of things. I mean, folks, when you look at back in the 90s, you look at the internet babes like the Jenna Jamesons and many people from the modeling front and especially the adult entertainment side of things. We go from what we see on magazines, which by the way, beautiful imagery in its own right, but much like Sophia said here, the independent contractors, people really betting on themselves and knowing their worth. It's great to see just how independent it is and people really linking up through the social media front and really just the overall concept of it. It's great to see much more of a community within today's day and age, as much as it was then, but even more now, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, because I feel like it's more real, it's more realistic, it's more you have like more contact with the real people and very much what I do and how I feel. And the special I'm very independent person. So I don't know if myself I will able to well maybe I'm very much into what I do. So I like to create my scenes. I like to do my makeup. I like to decide very much everything what I do. So I feel like this is part to what is people looking right now.
Right. And I think it's
Do you
really
understand my English?
Oh no, you're totally fine. Absolutely no. I completely understand what you're saying. That was very intelligent and very quick because I look at it like this, where we have now in today's day and age, again, where it's all about gravitational pull. It's all about evoking emotions and eliciting reactions. And people may look at it
I'm
like,
sorry,
okay,
it's my cat right there. I have to.
oh, don't
And
even
one is
worry about
crying
it.
right. And one
Don't
is
even worry
crying.
about it.
I have three cats. I'm sorry.
Don't
Oh,
even
you
worry
have
about it.
another one. We both have cats. I love it.
And much like you were saying this, yes, first of all, your English is totally fine. I completely understand where you're going there, Sophia. I think in today's day and age, and what we really like within today's content, folks, is authenticity, genuinity, and really everything that goes into it. And I mean, we look at how porn has become, like we mentioned earlier with the involvement. It's like when I first started, my first adult film I ever saw was there was a girlshuntinggirls.com back in like the mid 2000s, right? The premise of the website was it's girls picking up girls on the van, and then it leads to a hot sensual scene, one on one, girl on girl on girl. But then that develops into so many things like back in the day when we would go to like Naughty America and we'd have to purchase and sign up for the website, right? And then here comes X videos and X hamster and Pornhub. Like there's so many different ways of streaming now that there's so much different varieties and it's become more normalized because what was once taboo is more normalized with how the business market is today.
Yes. Absolutely. And especially, I feel like it's many ways to do porn, but I feel like the best one and probably the one that is take the whole, I don't know how to say in English, the whole mercado is the independent creators. I'm
Yep.
absolutely think that. And you can see that in another, I don't know how to say in English, but in like in the TV right now, it's no more TV almost anymore. It's everything is YouTube or different ways how to people communicate. Right now, everything changed, so it's no more like that was before. Like big channels, big companies owns everything. I feel like people looking that aspect of porn because it's so natural, it's so nice, and it's so real that things that happen. In my case, I start to just recording myself with my boyfriend, my real boyfriend, or my best friend that was real. Everything that was happening is real. And that was just two people in the room. So that was so genuine. I don't know how to say in English. So natural, so realistic because actually it was in real. The situation was happening real. So we was no actors, no. So I really thinking that that's where the people looking and even know about. In my case, I have only fans, and I feel like they like to know about my life, what I do every day, and especially have that contact straight with me. I thinking that my fans value a lot that.
Agreed wholeheartedly. And I will say this, what you were referring to before, these streaming platforms, which TV has become so remiss. It's now all about the streaming platforms and where we can obtain and
Exactly.
gravitate, take it all in. First of all, I love how you brought that up as well, too, because again, you've done some great scenes. I mean, we've seen J Rob's birthday. We've seen so many things where it's in your hotel room, where it's a very nice, dare I say, nice little intimate setting that really leads to such a great scene. I think what you have too, as well, is not only with those produced scenes and with your content, Miss Sophia, but god dang it, man, you mentioned the realism to reiterate that point again, but it's also very sensual, it's voluptuous, and that is what we need on everything. It's the spice of life, so to speak.
Yes, exactly. And for example, that video that you mentioned, that was actually real. That was his birthday in real. And yes, and actually that was the idea of Mara, that she's the other porn star that because we was doing contact with him and we know that his birthday coming soon. So she say, hey, let's do some surprise and have out and everything was real. And yes, and I feel like I really love that video, for example, but yes.
Well, no, it's the simple things that really go into it, not just the fact that you're also thinking about that. But I think, like we talk about genres and different groups and types of scenes, I think a nice little birthday scene, because as we say, that birthday sex, as the song is very popularized in that pop culture realm, there's so many things a lot of people can love about that, and especially from the man and female standpoint. And I mean, for God's sake, man, now you got your own Zaragoza Studio programs. We got to talk about this here because Zaragoza's
Yeah.
Studio, I love it only for the fact that you opened it. But number two, tell us about it, man, because you are really bringing in a lot of waves and a lot of just overall things and viewpoints towards it.
No, thank you. I'm super excited and I'm super happy because that's my project that coming all from me. And more the part that more I like it is because it's very simple and everything coming from me. And so I thinking that maybe is many already producers or companies by owned by men's and that this edit Batman is create Batman and what I like is everything my own. So I can choose the actors, I choose the scenes and you can feel from the perspective to a woman and I really like it and I thinking that I going to grow even bigger because I have another many project that so I'm super excited about.
Let's talk about the documentary of Jiggy Jaguar. I gotta say, first and foremost, the overall facets that you have. It's very multifaceted. You go from filmmaker, you go from scenes. You're really getting into behind the scenes and what's in front of the camera, which I think not only makes a great scene and a documentary, but I think a lot of people don't realize all the facets that really go into it. It's wonderful to see how the production of it, everything comes into fruition. So I got to ask you about the documentary of Jiggy Jaguar because, god dang, man, you're really putting
Yeah.
your hat to the filmography side of things.
I know, I know. I'm super excited too because my plan is to talk about his life and then add some porn in the documental because the plan is to make a reverse gangbang like many women with him. And I'm very interested in his life. Well, he was one of the first person that followed me because when I just start, very much nobody knows me and kind of many people thinking, oh, she's real, she's a scam, she's whatever. And he was the first person that trusts me and follow me when I have like, I don't know, maybe 10 followers and he follows me. So I really like everything that he's doing and we planning get together in Exotica, the expo, and do many videos and many things because he have his own studio too. So I decide to create like very much talking about how he start, how he feel, his experience. I try to put together if he have like videos that never show up before and his feelings and how he reacting about situations or very much everything about his life.
And I think what's great about it too, as well, with a legend like Mr. Jiggy Jaguar, I mean, from all the scenes that he's done and the many people of all facets of life that he's worked with, and Miss Zaragoza, I got to put this out here into the forefront here. I think with your following from where it was and how it's exponentially going to continue to grow, I mean, for God's sake, woman, you put out some great bikini photos. You're great. Give me some swimsuit. Give me some lingerie. The imagery is what hooks us. Not only but that, but I think with your overall foundation, and I say this with the utmost sincerity and respect, it's people's foundations, people personalities. I mean, look at you. You got a great smile. You got the bubbly
Oh,
personality. You're welcome. It's vibrancy, and it brings people in. It's the overall foundation.
thank you so much. I'm very obsessing with my work sometimes. Sometimes I go a little bit too much. For me, it's very important. Everything, every single video is important for me. Every single video, I put all my heart and my soul. I take care the makeup. I take care the actors. I take care the ideas. I all the time checking and sometimes I kind of break my heart when I work with other people and they cancel my, for example, my appointments or they show up with her hair or her makeup not ready or they don't show up at time and that very much break my heart because I'm put everything. Like for example, for this interview, I was so excited and talking to you and know about you and know how you very much everything because for me it's important. So yes, it's kind of sometimes I find people in this industry that like, oh, I'm sorry, I cancel. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes.
So, for what this lovely human being is referring to, folks, it's all about being precise, being punctual, being professional, and the accommodation and comfortability factor. I think that goes a long way. It's not really under the falsettos of the obsessive compulsive disorder. I think it's just wanting to really have everything into fruition. And I think that's not only a great business mindset, but also as a people person that you are, it does help with clientele and makes people feel good. So I got to say, I applaud you for that, because that's what's really it's all about at the end of the day.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. And I got to say this first and foremost. We touched a little bit on it, but we got to know more of this, Sofia, Miss Sofia Zaragoza. Let's talk about getting into the adult entertainment industry, because we've seen people come from cam modeling, showcasing that internal and external beauty, showcasing themselves on OnlyVids, ManyVids, Pornhubs, whatever you want to identify it and classify it as. What kind of gravitated you towards the adult entertainment side of things and to where we are now? My goodness, we mentioned filmmaker, we mentioned content creator. You are a Jill of all trades. We know about the jack of all trades, but I say you're a Jill of all trades. Talk about getting into the industry.
Yes, well, that very much start because it's something that I love with all my heart, and all my life I've been watching porn and like kind of touch myself and get into porn, and I really love. I thinking that it's an art. Is nothing wrong about that, and I just love the everything about porn. I really like it. So I opened my OnlyFans first just to have fun. I don't expecting to make some money or nothing. And actually, my first videos have very low quality because my phone was very old and I don't have camera and nothing. And eventually, I find out that. People really like the natural that was my videos. Like I said before, like that everything was what they looking for. because I feel like people are not looking anymore for the big studio with 20 people around and makeup and whatever and everything prepared. Even if I put my heart and my soul and I try to look nice, but it's still natural. So my first videos was very low quality, but I have many views. So I started like 2 years ago, and first I do for free. Actually, my OnlyFans was free because it was like a hobby that I do, and I really like to have views and everything. And eventually, I say, well, maybe if I'm charged a little bit, and that's how I start to growing and growing. And then I open my Twitter account and I start to connecting with other peoples. And yes.
Here's what I love about Miss Sophia right here. I think what's great about starting into the adult entertainment industry and really the art form, because when we're at our adolescence, right, we're in our teenage years, we're starting to really explore and really find out about what we like from the sexual urges side of things. So I think if you could watch what we watched back in the day, like at 3 o'clock in the morning on HBO, there would be Skinamax. There's adult themed content or Cat House, the series, what have you. I think even more from our teenage years and even to adult years, especially with how porn has evolved, we evolve as people. And it's great to see what really turns us on and what really opens up and expands our horizons.
Yes, they change a lot over the years. They change a lot. The way how we express all sexuality and what we like to do. And in my case, I really like to kind of touch myself a lot. So yes, it's like dependent, and that changed a lot. Absolutely, yes. Now, because the world very much changed, and the platforms change, and the way how people connecting change. So absolutely, yes.
But no, that's the thing too, especially with how solo content is. Like, everybody loves the solo genre. I think we all can, dare I say, touch ourselves in many different ways of what we enjoy and what we really are into. And I think not only just the fact, like you mentioned, like the expos, like let's talk about the award shows. I mean, we've seen AVNs, we've seen XBids, we say the expos. Like we mentioned with OnlyFans, it's the community that brings everybody together. The fans are just so lively and so vibrant when it comes to the adult entertainment industry, right?
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, yes. I never went to any expo yet, but I'm going to go to Exotica, and that will be my first one. And I'm very happy and I'm very excited because I really want to meet another people, and that's going to be amazing because I'm going to be with an agency that we're going to be in the same hotel. So I'm planning to using that time to shoot with more people possible because I feel like everybody's going to be there. So yes.
But that's the thing. It's who you surround yourself with. And I think the people that you continue to surround yourself with and who you are is only going to continue to not only get better and better, but it just continues on your track and your overall journey of what we get to see from you, Miss Sophia. And I will say this. Do you have a couple final questions I would like to ask you? And before we even close this out, I'd love to have you back on for a round two. You're such a joy and you're such a pleasure to speak with.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I really like your work. I'm your fan because
Oh, thank you.
yes, because since I found you in Twitter, I kinda look in all the shows, and I keep sometimes I waiting. Oh, what is new this week, or what is?
Well, that means the world to me. Thank you, as I am a fan of
Oh,
yours. No, I truly mean that. I think that's also, as we just saw in this interaction here, folks, it's all about really united, not divided, excuse me, and really having the platforms that we have. So there's a lot of great adult entertainment out there, and there's a lot of great content creators like Sophia here, which brings me to my next question. So, Miss Sofia Zaragoza, where you are right now in the adult entertainment industry and what you've done thus far, which, my goodness gracious, top quality, love it. I can't wait to see more. What advice would you give to talents on the come up, so to speak, of what to do when you get into the adult entertainment industry? Like, what advice would you give to the people who are on the come up?
yes, the advice that I give to them is like if you really like, for example, in my case, like I really, really want to open my OnlyFans and I really love to watch porn. And sometimes we feeling like, no, we shouldn't do because maybe people can say something or maybe my neighbors can recognize it, that happened to me in my case. My neighbors recognize me. But anyway, and people start to do what they love and what you have in your heart just because, oh, it's not do, maybe it's bad for you, don't show your face. And many people stop it just for that reason. And I will say that go ahead, do it. Don't worry about what the people. If it's something that you really like it and coming from your heart, go ahead. Don't stop it. Don't stop and keep doing that, because if you don't do what you love it, you're going to be miserable. And they give a lot of enjoy that you can work with what you do like it, and you can make money that coming from your soul. So that is amazing. And the second tip that I will give somebody that start is to try to get more natural possible. If, for example, you are shoot a video and maybe whatever happened, something fell. Okay, leave it, because that's what the magic, that's what the people like it. Or you make a joke or something laugh or whatever. I will say don't hesitate. Let go, because that's where the people is looking right now.
I love that. Blunt, honest, very pertinent. I really did enjoy that advice. I think a lot of people should adhere to that advice of Miss Sofia Zaragoza. And now you've also piqued my interest, because earlier in today's show, we did talk about really liking what we liked as kids, and really how we grow as adults with our likes and our different kinks and our fetishes, however you want to describe it. I got to ask you, Miss Sofia Zaragoza, do you remember the first film that you watched when you were a kid that really kind of gravitated towards porn and really liking it? Like I mentioned earlier, Girls Hunting Girls on the websites. Do you recall what was like that first scene or that star that you first saw?
Yes,
Okay,
I
I'm
do,
curious
I
now.
do. Yes, because my country is very far away. So
Okay.
I'm from Argentina, and my country is very poor. So that the technology is very much behind. So I remember that I really like to touch myself. So I try to do in the shower or in places that obviously people don't see me. And I remember try to spy like in the TV. And because the connection don't was like I so we get it from my friend, and we kind of sneak it and try to watch, and but that was crazy. Yes.
I like your style. Okay, now this is every American story of like trying not to get caught, but taking the old
Yes, exactly. And then I watch, but I don't do right there. I waiting, and I go to the bathroom and start the shower. The whole process for my family doesn't listen. Yes, because I sleep with my sister, so obviously,
Fair enough.
so yes, I cannot turn on the shower. And yes.
Oh, my goodness. I got to say, folks, we all start somewhere in our sexual urges and our sexual journeys, if you will, to what we like. And I love it. I love the authentic. Now, I will say this first and foremost as well. First of all, the fact that your neighbor knows who you are now, recognizable. Howdy do neighbor, if you will, right? Huh?
Yes, and the funny part is that was my neighbor next door, and I say to him, that doesn't was me. And he tell me, but she have your same glasses and your same accent. So I don't know. I just denied, and he keep insisting me, no, it's you. And I say, no. And I thinking that, I don't know, he maybe never know, because I can. But I only did because I don't like the part how can get reacted. But if was for me, I'm so proud. I don't have nothing to hide. I'm super proud, and I would like to everybody know, because I'm very proud of what I do. But in that case with my neighbor, I kind of denied, because I don't know. I mean, some people are religious or some people are against, so you never know the reaction that he can have.
Now, I'm going to add on to your point, because you actually made a very valid point here, and I like your style, ma'am. So here's what we're going to talk about with this style, this flavor, if you will. So first of all, what you're kind of doing with your neighbor is you're kind of like the old Shaggy song. It wasn't me, but she caught me on the counter. It wasn't me. So you can kind of have like that type of vibe.
Yes, you're right. I never was thinking about that, but it's true. Actually, that video was created for an excellent photographer and producer that I work with him, with James, and he's an amazing, and he had the idea. But now that you mentioned that, it's true. It's true. We cannot make that like deny that. No. Yeah, that was me. Yes.
And what I love about it too is you brought up a great part because I mean, with what we do, especially if we're content creators or stuff, I think especially from the podcasting front, like I've interviewed people of all facets of life, and like Sofia mentioned, she's a fan of my work and has seen my work. Guys, I look at it like this: like if you're a podcaster and you either want to dabble into wrestling, music, or what have you, and you're kind of iffy about wanting to interview like adult entertainers, I mean, like first of all, not only are we all people in this life, we're all human beings, but at the same time, man, it's like we mentioned the art form, but it's a job, it's a business. Like it is. It's like any particular business. It's just stuff that really showcases external beauty and overall sensuality. So you should be proud, number one. But number two, it's your art and you're painting that canvas in your own right.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. And I'm very proud because I do what I like it. Yes, exactly. Actually, when we make, I don't know if I should say that, but I kind of have a dream that I find you like in a video. But no, it's not real. I know it's not real. So because I was so excited about this interview, so I was like thinking a lot and watch your videos, and then I dreamed that you was in one video, and I see him. But no, that was real. You never make any video, right?
No, but I will say right now that you put that image out there with this dreams, man, I'm happy to be the star of that dream, though. Number one, but number two, I appreciate that. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. Now you're putting more ideas. The creative juices are flowing.
And if you start one day, promise that you will start in my studio.
Oh, absolutely would. Absolutely. Yes, man. I'd work with you in a heartbeat, Sofia. I'd work with you in a heartbeat. And before we close the show out, you're such a lovely and free spirit. Before we close this out, Sofia, you are on social media. Where can we follow you? Twitter. I know you're doing some OnlyFans now. Where can we follow you? The floor is yours. Promote it.
Oh, sure. My Twitter is Sofia Zaragoza, and my OnlyFans is I'm going to write down, and you can put in here, maybe.
Okay, of course.
Yes.
Of course. So we will put in onlyfans.com/Sofia Zaragoza. The links will be in the description below this audio. So if you link Sofia's Twitter, you get Sofia's OnlyFans. So guys, make sure to look out for the link in the description. It will be all there for Sofia's links, which you should, because you're a great follow nonetheless. Besides the photos, besides your intellect, besides your vibrancy, you're a great follow. Everybody should go out here and follow Miss Zaragoza over here. You should. You should. Now, before we close this out, as far as the great follow that you are, do you have any final words for your fans, Sofia? Because you've been doing the damn thing thus far, and you're only going to continue to grow more. Any final words for the fans?
Yes, I want to say that thank you so much for all the love that I receive. Like many times, like for example, in my birthday or things like that, they just check on me and say hello to me, and I meet amazing people online, and I love it. And if you're my fan and you want to make a video with me, contact me, because we can make, like, everybody can become a porn star. I mean, everybody. You just have to love what you're doing and put your effort and sign the documentation and be tested and open your own stuff. And I recommend that. It's an amazing life, and follow your dreams if you are thinking into. And that's what I want to say.
Well, you said that beautifully, ma'am, and a lot of people once more adhere to the words of Miss Zaragoza. And I will say this, folks, if you want to check out this show, subscribe to the YouTube, Mike Larkin 92, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up if you will ski, and check out SM Show 1 or MCL 92 on Twitter, Larkin_92, and MLarkinMB on the Instagram front, StephenMikeShow.com, all the needs, all the links will be in the description. And as I say with each and every one of these shows, beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Miss Sofia Zaragoza, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Come talk to me. I love the way you're on to me. Looking at you, looking like you're wondering if we're here for the same reason. Now that you wanna lay in the sun, getting love drunk, sticking like honey. Yeah, I bet you're here for some fun with that someone, feeling that something. If you're looking for a good time, honey, I'm right here. If you're looking for the good life, good vibes, you looking like you're into it? 'Cause we're here for the same reason. Yeah, I just wanna lay in the sun, get to love drunk, sticking like honey, like honey. Yeah, 'cause I'm just here for some fun with that someone, feeling that something, that something. If you're looking for a good time,